Hello everybody, it's Tom here again, Tom the English Picker. I hope you're all sitting comfortably and I've got a nice cup of tea because this is probably going to be a long video. I'm guessing probably over 10 minutes, something like that. What I'm going to talk about is basically the stuff I've picked up recently. It's kind of a whole video of some different bits and pieces that I've picked up of late. So I'll try and whiz through it as best I can. May get split up into two, but probably not. A lot of DVDs and computer gaming stuff, some jewellery, clothing, and other stuff. So, first and foremost was today I went to, it's kind of a charity shop, but it's also a place that weighs in clothes, so you can take your old clothes there and they pay you for them and then they sell them in the shop. And it's like a cancer charity, but it I don't know what it is. They got some DVDs, and basically with the deal that these were, they worked out about 75p each. And some are games, some are DVDs, so I'll quickly show you. Got Red Alert 2. Command & Conquer games are always pretty decent to get. It's only got one disc in there, which I think it's supposed to have two. So this will probably go on eBay. The majority of these will go on eBay because they're not nice enough to go on Amazon because they're a bit sort of busted up. But you know, I'll get like £5 for most of these, something like that. So there's that one. Then I got this, which is World Rally Championship. I don't normally go for these sort of games, but these, you know, these do alright in bundles, and I've got some. The discs are, you know, so again, eBay. This one might go on Amazon, I'm not sure. It's called Sorority Babes. I'm probably saying that wrong. And stuff. The disc's quite nice, so that's probably why, but the case is a bit chewed up. And this one, the disc needs repolishing. It's Disney's The Emperor's New Groove game. It came out, I think, in the late 90s, so it's relatively early in that sense. But the disc is, I'm going to need to spend £1 on getting the disc repolished. This next one could be a sleeper. I can't find anything on eBay or Amazon like this. It's called I'm probably going to butcher this. Rama Dinum no Ichi. It's some manga box set. English subtitles. Similar ones are listed on Amazon for around £40. So I thought I'd take a risk on it for 75p, because it could be a £20–30 thing. Not too sure. I'm going to have to do a lot more research on that. Age of Empires 3. I've sold this before on eBay. It's a good seller. It's the discs a bit... Discs, should I say plural, aren't bad. They're okay. But one of them has got a scratch, and I only sell absolutely pristine stuff on Amazon just because I don't want to take the risk of bad feedback, because one bad feedback you can get away with on eBay, but because people don't leave feedback on Amazon, you get one bad feedback and you're screwed. And then I've had this recently, Command & Conquer First Decade. I had the big box version of it. I need to get on and list both of those. But yep, it's all there. And that sells for about £15 on eBay. It actually sells for more on eBay than it does on Amazon, which is interesting. A little discrepancy. Then I came across a score. Now, in a previous video, I moaned my arse off about the British Heart Foundation charity shop, and the I don't know, the gods of circumstance or karma or whatever you believe in, rained down upon me this wonderful gift that I was bestowed with. And I went into a British Heart Foundation, and it was not far from Manchester, a little town outside, like a little country town, and I'd never walked around there. I just went on a day trip out there, and yeah, amazing. I mean, it's Cheshire, which is sort of, people with money and stuff like that. So I was pleasantly surprised with this. And there was a load of PC games, but there was duplicates, which was really weird. And like the same game. And there was loads of Xbox 360 games, and they're like £1 each. And they're nearly all sports, so I didn't bother with them. But I did check on CEX, which is, for you guys in America, is like it's like GameStop, I think, where they buy used computer games. And there were a few which I got like trade-ins of £1.50 and stuff, which I did contemplate buying, and I bought. Well, you'll see. Anyway, so there was a load of older PC games which were priced at, some were £1.99, but the bulk of them were 99p each, and you'll see in a bit that it just depended who priced them. So I left quite a chunk of them there, but I was going through, and the woman went, "Oh, you interested in those? I've got some more in the back," and she brought some out. So I got them as well, so that was cool. Apparently it came from one guy who, I think he may have been a reseller as well, and apparently he was emigrating to Sweden, I think she said, and that he just dropped it all off, and it was that morning, so it was fresh. I was probably one of the first people to look at it, and I bought it all. So less talking, more showing. So again, Command and Conquer Generals, this is a good one. This is like a £5 to £6, something like that game. And you can put them in bundles as well. If you can get Red Alert 1, Red Alert 2, Tiberian Sun, Generals, and put them all in a bundle, you can probably get £20-25 for that. Really, so probably a lot of these is what I'll do. So that was 99p. Again, most of these are a little bit, need a bit of TLC. There's one or two I might put on Amazon. We've got Star Trek Voyager Elite Force, and it's got its original receipt, and it was bought for £15. So there you go. Then I probably shouldn't have bought this one. It was Sid Meier's Pirates, and it's like from the special edition set that came with like a T-shirt and stuff like that. I think that's where it came from. I mean, it was 99p, but really I'm going to struggle with that. I might get £3 or something. So, to be honest, I'll probably redonate that back or put it in a bundle or something. This one called Freelancer. This goes for about £10. This one does. Never even heard of it. Then I've sold this one quite a few times in the past. I remember this game fondly. I've also played the new Wolfenstein on the Xbox, and yeah, it's Return to Castle Wolfenstein. I paid £2 for this one, and again, this is still a popular game. This, I'll £8 to £10 on that, all day long. Then I got this one. This one's new and sealed. You can see I paid 99p for it. It's an expansion pack for Medieval Total War, something like that. Expansion packs I don't normally bother with, but because it's new and sealed, always a good one. This was one of the ones I'm going to take to CEX. It's Rock Band. I think trade-in's £2 on it, something like that. So for £1, I just thought, well, it's got no manual, so I wouldn't sell this on Amazon. Well, I wouldn't sell this on Amazon. It's got no manual, and someone's written a barcode at the top there. Not barcode, like a reference code or something. So this is prime CEX fodder, because it's and it'd be too much faffing about to sell on eBay. And I got these, but these I kind of got caught up in the moment, and I probably shouldn't have bought these. But they're again two are the same Empire Earth 2 Gold Edition. And there's two of them. I paid £2 each for these. And yeah, there's 2 discs and all that, but really, I probably shouldn't have bought them. Not great resale value on those. But It's for a good cause. And then this just shows you, most of these had obviously been priced by this one person, but then some of the other stuff that had gone out been priced by the manageress. So I picked up this. I've actually picked up this relatively recently. So this is I've got, you know, this one, and then I bought one before from an Oxfam for £3.99. This goes for about 10-12 quid. It's Quake Gold. You see I paid 99p for it there. And then in this one is £1.99. So the problem was that when I got to the till, I couldn't really say, I don't like bartering in charity shops anyway, but I couldn't really say, well, why is this £1.99 and this 99p when they're the same game? Because then the obvious question from their point of view would be, well, why are you buying 2 copies of the same game? Now, some people might openly come out and say they're a reseller, but I'd already heard in the background them moaning about sort of resellers, essentially. So I didn't want to tip my hat and say that. But so, you know, still, for that price, I was going to buy it. And on the plus side, in one of them, which was the 99p one, there was a additional Quake 3 Arena disc. So that was a nice little bonus there. So kind of made up for it, which was nice there. But then there's a funny story here, actually, that I picked up these two, which is Ridge Racer 7, 2 copies for the PlayStation 3. And 99p each, and the trade-in on these at CEX was £1.50. So I thought, well, I'm taking some other bits, you know, it's a quid, it's quick and easy, like that. Got to the thing, I thought, oh, I'll best check them all, just in case they're too scratched. So I opened them up in front of them, because the British Heart Foundation don't do returns on CDs or DVDs, so you really have to check them. There's no discs in them. So I went, oh, there's no discs in them. So the woman went, oh, that's a shame. We're going to have to throw them away then. So she threw them in the bin. I said, well, if you're getting rid of them, I'll have the cases as spares. And she went, we'll have to charge you, unfortunately. And she'd just flipping thrown them in the bin. And then as soon as I showed an interest in them, she wanted me to charge them for me. Anyway, you know, I thought, okay. So I paid, I said, oh, I'd only got like shrapnel. So I've paid probably about 20p for the 2 of them, because the cases are always useful. But still, it did piss me off a bit. So I didn't get out of the British Heart Foundation without it pissing me off. But 2 empty cases. So if anybody needs the manual for Ridge Racer 7 or the thing, just drop me a comment and I'll send it to you. So yeah, but then the best thing I got, now I need to give a big shout out to Joe on this, because he's had the PlayStation 2 version of this, and I would have never thought to even look at this without seeing his video. And it is Jurassic Park Operation Genesis, and this is the PC version, and it actually sells for more than the PlayStation 2. This sells for about 25 quid, and it's all lovely inside, really nice. So yeah, I paid £1.99 for it, 25 quid, great. I did say to myself that I'd stop selling PC games, because I've had a lot of problems with Amazon and eBay of people returning them saying, oh, it doesn't work on my computer, because like on Amazon where I've sold it, the thing there which says what requirements you have to have, it was wrong on Amazon, so people sent it back. So I had quite a few returns, and then also some of the ones that were backed by the provider thing Steam, like the Total Warfare series, you have to have a Steam account in order for them to work. And although I made that clear in the listings, some people still bought them as gifts and they didn't work. And I've had a lot of problems with that. So I did say I'm not going to stop PC games, but then I saw them and I bought them. So, hey ho. Then, what else did we get? We got some other bits. This was from a totally different charity shop. For £1, I got Guitar Hero 5. Could sell it on eBay, but I'm going to take that to CEX and get some cash. I might do some trading actually. I don't normally do that, but then trade in and then buy a nice modern game and then sell that on eBay. Not sure. And then for £1, I got StarCraft 2. That's good sellers, about £8–10. And then from a different British Heart Foundation, I bought this and I paid £5 for it. But it's like a limited edition Simple Minds DVD set, and I've just broken it. And it's in there, but I've just broken the thing. But I can sort that out with a bit of glue. I paid £5 for it, and it sells for 15 to 20, something like that, which is very good actually, to be honest. Then what else did I get? This was from the car boot the weekend. I was pissed off. I walked past this stall and got a box PlayStation 1. It was the PS1 and the thing. It had a compatible controller, and it had James Pond game. The case was smashed. Some sports title, and they had the big box version of Metal Gear Solid, and he wanted £30 for all of it. And I said to him, I said, I'm not interested in the PlayStation, but would you sell the Metal Gear Solid game? You know, I'll give you, £4 for that or whatever. I can't remember what I offered him, but it was a good offer really for what I thought. And he goes, oh no, I don't want to sell the games. You know, he's a bit of a dealer. I don't want to sell the games. I'll never sell the thing. Anyway, I walked around the car boot. I came back because I was walking back through that way, and he flipping sold the game. And I said, oh, I thought you weren't selling the game. He goes, oh yeah, a mate of mine wanted to buy it. And I was like, because that's like a 10–12 quid game. I mean, it's pretty good, but you can't win them all. So I looked, and at the back of his thing there was this, and in front of it was like some knockoff like perfumes and just key rings and stuff, and I could just see that bit, the Polaroid bit, and I thought it could have been like a vintage Polaroid camera. So I sort of went down the side and reached over and grabbed it, and it's actually a Polaroid instant mobile printer. Now I bought one of these a while ago and I sold it on eBay. It was way before Christmas, I think. I think I got 40 quid for it. It was like 35–40 quid. It was just a printer. I had no way of testing it, and it ended up working. It was fine. But this is in the box, and I said, "Oh, how much is that, mate?" And he was chatting away to someone about something that happened in the pub, and I could not get his attention. And one of the things that gripes me again at car boots is when you can't get someone's attention. Anyway, so I ended up asking his missus. I said, do you know how much this is? And she tried to talk to him, and he wasn't having none of it. And he just kind of looked over and went, oh, just give us £4. So I was like, cool. So I paid him £4, and it's all in there. It's all, I'll show you. It's just like, whoop, I'll throw it on the floor. Yeah, give him on. Anyway, sorry about that. It's like a thing, and you plug your phone in, and it's like a Polaroid printer, and it comes out and it takes these like little printer paper things, but the thermal, I think, or something like that. And it doesn't use ink, so you can just keep doing it. I don't know how they fit in there, but there we go. So with the box, manual, and some film and stuff, like 6 things of film, I'll probably get 50 quid for that. I'm going to aim at high, 59.99, something like that. And yeah, that'll be a good one. Okay, so I went to Oxfam, and I bought something else when I was there, but I can't remember. Oh, that was it. I bought this CD for myself, and I'll copy it onto my computer and then I'll sell it on. And that was £2.99. So I got that. I spent a tenner in total, and then I got this Sims 3. Unfortunately, they kind of knew what it was because they priced it at £6.99, but I should be able to get 15 quid for it. It's super popular, quick and easy listing. I've already got a Sims 3 listed, so it's just put quantity 2, easy. I don't mind paying 7 quid for that, but it is a bit annoying. And then from the car boot, I picked up these. The box is a bit knackered on this one, but it's Desert Strike. You see the box is a bit broken there, and there's no manual. I don't know if it came on, but you can see it just there. And it's not a bad game actually. The actual game I seem to remember being not bad, but it's not a bad selling game. It's about 10 quid, about 8 to 10 quid, and that was £1, which was quite nice. That. And then another one for £1. This was from the same store, Global Gladiators, sponsored product. No manual, but games there, and this is sort of, I think it's about a £6 game, but I'll probably bundle this in. I've got a Mega Drive to sell, so I'm sort of collecting them together. And I also bought Sonic 1 and 2, just the loose cartridges, for £1 each, and a mate of mine bought them off me for a £5, so quick and easy money. Then what else did I get? Oh yeah, I got this. This was the grand total of £1. It is a vintage. You can tell it's vintage because you can see the telecom logo there. That sort of dates it really. It's probably 80s, something like that. Telephone. Now, old school telephones I've done alright before, but the problem is a lot of them are wired ones that were hardwired into the system. But this one, you plug in, and although it's missing the retainer clip thing which keeps it in, it still should work, and you could potentially replace this. But having this makes it so much more sellable, and it's red. It's like the bat phone or whatever. Everybody wants a red phone. Red ones sell like mental. If you ever see a red one with the rotary dial front, just buy it, because they'll go 50 to 80 quid if you can get it wired like that. I paid £1 for it. I'm going to aim for probably 20 quid on that. So I was in again British Heart Foundation, a different one. And I was looking at the books and I hadn't got anything, and on the way out I spied this little pitch frame, and you can see when I push the sides it's dead flexible. I thought that's really weird, and like 99.999% of every piece of candlestick picture frame that I've ever picked up in physically held in a charity shop has been silver plate. But then I noticed a little mark down there, and this has got a thing there that says 925, and that says 925, and it got a little price stick on it there that said £1.50. So yeah, it's a sterling silver textured picture frame thing for £1.50. So I almost can't believe that I bought it for that, because I never see them. I mean, I've checked hundreds, if not thousands, of picture frames, and that's the first one that's actually silver. So I'll put that in my booth, and I'll get probably 15 to 20 for that. It's a nice gift size. It's nice and small. So then from another charity shop, I could potentially do quite well on this. I won't show you all of them because it's difficult to get it in screen, but it was from a Bernardo's, which a lot of Bernardo's shops do this deal where it's £1.99 per book, or it's 3 for a £5. So I paid. I got 15 books, and so what's that? £25, yeah. And I got this whole set of Battle Royale things, Volume 1 all the way to 15, and individually they don't really sell for much, a couple of pounds, maybe a £5 each if you can be asked to piece them all out. But the typical ones, volume 1 and volume 15, are the ones worth money, and the ones in between like 8 and 7 are just worth like nothing. But if you sell it as a set, there's a guy on eBay who sold ones that are similar condition, and these are nice condition. They're still got a nice luster. The pages are super tight. Spine, there's no creases at all. If they've been read, I doubt it, but maybe once. There's a few slight things on the corner. So I'd say they were like new. Very good to like new. Amazon, there's no point. They're like, penny books. But there's a guy on eBay who sold the full set for 90 quid. And typically on auction they're going for between 60 and 70. So I'll probably price it like 79.99, or I might try 89.99, but probably like £74 with free postage or something like that. And see, so 25 quid to that, that's pretty good. I don't, if I see manga or anything like that, I'll always look at it, but it's either one or the other. It's either worth nothing or worth the moon. So always have a look at it anyway. I've just noticed this video's getting a bit long, so thanks for bearing with me. Here we go. And then the car boot sale from the same person I got the red phone from. I got this. It won't even fit on my head. I don't know why I'm even trying it. It's like a really cool beret thing, military beret. This is perfect for my antique booth. Odd hats, stuff like that for the hipsters and stuff. They'll eat that up. I paid £1 for it. I probably priced it at a tenner actually, because it's in quite nice condition. No chewing, no moth holes or anything like that. So that's prime booth fodder. But on eBay, yeah, you might get a £5 or something like that. And then from a new charity shop near me, which I've never been to before, I paid £6 for this. And this is I think they call it hound's tooth or something like that print. It's like, I think it's either a lady's largest size or it's a bloke small. I think it's a bloke size because it's vintage, and they put no size, and it's got like, oh, it's not coming out, but these splits on it, intentional splits, and then these weird flaps here. There's nothing there, and I don't understand. And then the thing's so faded. It says 10%. It looks like mined fishes, but I can't really read it. Then 12% acrylic, 20% wool, 8% something. So it's got no brands on it at all. It's got like this furry collar. So I need to do some more digging on this because it proper looks vintage. And if I can find that information, I'll put it online. But realistically, I'll probably put this in the booth and slap a stupid price on it, like 60 quid or something. So I thought for £6, it's odd, it's peculiar, and that sort of stuff sells if you can find out what it's called. And then from the car boot sale, I'm sorry I'm flitting all over the place, but picked up this English tobacco company EastEnders cigars. Not a huge amount of age on it, but I paid 50p. It's a nice wooden box, and I'm going to ask £5 at the booth. So nice, quick and easy. Things like that will sell. Got these which need a bit more research. 2 spoons. I paid a quid for these, and the reason why I bought them is they say on the back, it won't come out I don't think, made can't remember what the bloody say now, England silver plated, but then it says Maplin and Webb, and they're quality maker. And the reason why they're so cool, one of them's got a plain bowl, but this one's the cool one because it's got like a clock and stuff on it that says birth record, month, year, and a clock. And then at the top you've got a stork with these crazy like steampunk glasses on, and a baby. So and I've not seen anything like this worldwide that's sold on eBay. So could be a sleeper or could be worth nothing, but for £1 I took the risk. The other thing I bought as well was a vintage what they call, like a skewer for going in a roast for cutting. We've got a friend who does a lot of like hog roasts and entertaining and stuff like that, and he does it in period costume, so this is perfect for him. So that's going to be his birthday present, or one part of his birthday present, and that was £1 as well. And then again, I need to say another thank you to Joe. He sort of highlighted these in one of his videos, and I picked these up from the person I got the Mega Drive games from for £1 each. We've got Buffy the Vampire Slayer, all in there, and then we've got Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the Chaos Bleeds. Perfect bundle. I'll get like £12, something like that, 12 to 15, all in there, nice condition, few scuffs on the CDs, so definitely eBay, and that's a ready-made bundle. And then I got this as well, what's it called, Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. This is like a £10 game. It's got quite a good value. It's got the manual as well, and the disc's alright, but again, there's not a huge disparity between eBay and Amazon, so I'll probably, for ease, I'll put it on eBay. Then these next ones will go on Amazon. We've got these are Spectrum games. Now I'll show you later, but I bought a huge lot, probably in a separate video, of Spectrum games from an antiques fair, of all places. They were soaking wet, but these are just some that I'll quickly show you, and I'll show you the others later. We've got Ghosts and Goblins. Look at those quality graphics. I'm not a fan of stuff this old, to be honest. It annoys me, the load up times on the Commodore 64. You know, you put a tape in, go for lunch, go out for a walk, come back, and it might have loaded. But yeah, I mean, I probably paid 10, 20p by the time you factor in the bundle. Wonder Boy. And these three just happen to be ones that are on Amazon. All the other stuff isn't on Amazon, but these three happen to be available to list on Amazon, so that's where they'll go. And then Now Tonique Puzzle. I'm probably butchering that. So yeah, they'll probably go to Amazon. Well, they will go to Amazon. And then also, what else have we got? Big purchase. I'll do that in a separate video. But yeah, the big purchase was, and this will be the last one for this video. I'll do the jewellery in a separate video, because I mean, we're over half an hour now, so it's getting a bit silly. Was I was the first, this was a car boot last Sunday. I was the first person basically to queue up, because this one, it's a dead set, it's indoor, it's got like a dead set start time, and you queue up for it. So I was the first person in the queue, and first person in the car boot, stormed in, and I'm never the first person in the queue, it never happens, and I turned up early for some unknown reason. Anyway, so I got in there, I spied these, and the guy got a load of vintage games, and it was an absolute feeding frenzy. There was people in, and I just had to kind of grab stuff, and I got stuff like this in my... And anyway, he got a price on these, so I'll show you what it is first. Got a Dreamcast, and then we've got an N64. Now, I never, ever see these at the car boot, ever. This is the first N64 in my entire time going to car boots that has ever been within... I mean, I've seen one for sale, but the guy wanted like 250 quid for it. It was a grapefruit coloured one, but this is the first one that was in the realm of possibility to buy, and I've eventually bought. And it's the first Dreamcast I've even ever seen at a car boot sale. So maybe down south they're more common, but certainly up north they're not common at all. Either that, or I just don't see them, I'm too late, or whatever. Anyway, he wanted... what did he want? He wanted 45 quid for the N64, which came with 3 controllers, genuine controllers, and 3 games, and the Dreamcast he wanted 35. That came with 1 knockoff controller and 1 genuine, and all the cables for both of them. And then it came with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. So I did a quick think in my head, and I said, oh, because there was so many people around, I said, oh, will you take 60 quid? And the guy was like, yeah, and he answered too quickly. And I kind of think if I'd have said, would you have taken 50 quid, he would have taken it. So I was kind of kicking myself, but because I could feel people breathing down my neck, willing me to put them down so they could make an offer, that I just had to get them. Anyway, I don't think I've done too bad. The only problem is I'm not sure with the N64 whether that's a jumper pack or not. If anybody can help me, I mean, I can't get it out or anything, so I'm assuming it's all okay. Because the guy afterwards said, oh, have you got a jumper pack for it? Because my dog chewed up the one that came with it. So I don't know, but if this works and cleans up okay, I'll probably just put it back. I might even put it on Gumtree actually, with these 3 games that came with it. Actually, sorry, there was these 3 games and then a random SNES game. So the random SNES game was Nintendo Scope 6. So yeah, don't know what I'm going to do with that. It's not really worth anything, but anyway. So they're not great games. We've got Twisted Edge, NBA Jam. That one's maybe worth a £5 if I can be bothered to sell it, and then F1 World Grand Prix. But to be honest with you, I'll probably just sling it either back on eBay, or not back on eBay, or put it on Gumtree and sell it that way. I am tempted to keep it, but a mate of mine's got one. He's got GoldenEye and all that, and we played GoldenEye, and I used to love GoldenEye back in the day, and in hindsight, it was rose-tinted goggles. I thought it was amazing. But now, since I've played Call of Duty and all that, I played it again and it was crap. It was absolutely crap. Really frustrating. I flipping hate these stupid controllers. People haven't got 3 hands. Why have 3 bits? So, I don't know how to... Anyway, so, I'm going to sell it. And then the Dreamcast, I've got no emotional attachment to this. I never played on it when I was younger. I've just never played on one, so I'll quite happily sell it. So the Dreamcast, which is the heaviest console in the world, we should clean up if it works okay. I'll sell those with a couple of the more shitty games, excuse my language, that came with it. And then some of the better games I'll sell on their own. So the games that came with it, there was a thing called the Dream Disc or something like that. I'm not going to bother showing you that. But then some of the good ones. I'll show you the rubbish ones first. We've got something Rockets. That'll probably go with it. And then we've got Metropolis Street Racer. And then NBA Showtime. There we go. Someone paid $17.99 for that. And then unfortunately, this was at the bottom of my bag, and the case has got smashed, which I'm a bit annoyed at. Got Rush 2049. Then also at the bottom of the thing, which got smashed, which I'm really annoyed at, is Resident Evil Code Veronica. I do like this game. I buy this on the PlayStation 2, even though it's not worth much, but I can't say no to the Res Evil games. They're cool. I think that's like a £6 to £8 game, so I'll probably sell that separately. But the nice thing is, in with that as well, there was in the actual system there was a loose Sonic Adventures game, so I'll probably sell that with it. But these two I'll sell separately. I have fond memories of this at the arcade. House of the Dead 2. I used to love playing this at the arcade. It was brilliant. I wasn't brilliant, but it was certainly a brilliant game. And then this one, which sells well, this is like a £10–15 game. Army Men Sarge's Heroes. So nice condition. So yeah, they'll go on eBay as well. So for 60 quid, I'll probably double my money after all said and done. But it was just the sheer fact that I encountered them in the car boot, which was unusual. So I'll do another video because this got a bit bloody long, and show you. But this is the kind of stuff in the next video. This is the thing that I spent a hell of a lot of money on. This is gold, so that'll be coming up soon. So thanks for watching. Thanks for bearing with me. It is probably my longest video, but I'll see you all soon. Bye.